going on, TTC? It's J-Rock coming at you. Finally, a face video for the first time, and I believe it's been about since, wow, thinking maybe end of 2011, January 2012, something like that. And many of you probably seen my highlight video put up back in May. But what's up? I'm finally back, camming up. Man, I tell you what, I feel like a hot potato. Been bouncing from place to place. I was in a place, then right before I got married, I had to temporarily move in with a family member. Then me and my wife, we moved into our first trailer. Didn't really like it. Wasn't really all that worth, you know, the money we pay for it every month. So now we just got somewhere temporary, of course, until tax time, and then it'll be a brand new crib. But enough about me. That's not what you guys want to hear, and that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about Vanderbilt, the first game of the season for what looks to be a promising Gamecock football team in 2012. Now, this is really going to be a hate video. I'm just going to sort of go ahead right quick and sort of do a little bit of a layout, and you know how it should, how things should go, how it should play out, and basically what I think of it. But first of all, before I get into the actual matchup, you got to look at well, more so I'm going to look at South Carolina side of the ball. I don't really keep up with what happens with Vanderbilt. I couldn't tell you if their starting quarterback was injured or anything else. But speaking of injuries, for Gamecocks, of course, for those that you know that know, Augusty is still having problems. He has one of those little nag injuries. Him and Sean Carson, which is one of the backups to Lattimore, of course. And also, I think I heard that I think Demir Bird injured. I think it was maybe his hand or wrist or something like that. But yeah, so a couple injuries. Nothing too serious. Well, it is kind of a blow to our secondary with Augusty. But at least still in that secondary we got DJ Swearinger and Vic Hampton. I think Hampton is gonna. I think he's gonna develop, and I think he's gonna come out a little bit more this year. And I think now that he's got the chance to start at corner, at least in the first game against Vanderbilt, because Augusty is not going to be ready to go. I think he'll do good. He's a pretty good corner. He's still got stuff to learn, of course, but I think he'll do good. Swearinger's just an absolute beast. I mean, he's just going to lay the wood a couple times this season. It's just going to be one of those moments where, boom, son, you go, oh my goodness, how can that dude get up and walk off the field after that? You're going to see that quite a couple times from this dude this year. Swearinger, this dude, I'm telling you, he's here to play some ball. He's not messing around out there. And this is his senior year, last time he gets to go out and wear the garnet. So he's going to give it his all. Like I said, secondary looks a little thin, but, I think we can build through it. And that's always the thing, it's spots with that, special teams, and on offense, it's like you losing Jeffrey, and, but I think a lot of times, it's easier when you got those playmakers and stuff, but, when you sort of lose some talent, I mean, there could still be good talent there. It's just faces that are, kind of fresh, you haven't really seen a whole lot of them. It kind of makes it hard to put a lot of confidence in what you're dealing with. But, I mean, like I said, secondary, I already think, it's a good thing we got Hampton and Swearinger. I'm not really worried about those two. But, until Augusty can step in, who's going to be the other corner? And free safety, well, of course, this year, Holloman's playing spur, the spur position. But there's a couple questions there, like I said, but I think we'll get it figured out. Running game, running back position, that's stacked. Our running game, no problems. I mean, you can hand it off to Lattimore. Shaw can take it himself. You can give it to Miles. Switch it up some. You can give it to Ellington out of the Wildcat. If Bird can get back in, you know, to end the rounds with him, or, you know, like a sweep or something. Not really worried about that. And I think, you know, I think they said Shaw's been doing real good in practice as far as his throwing and stuff. So, you know, it's just who's going to step up and be that target receiver. So I really think Shaw is a true dual threat, and he's good at it. And, I mean, of course he can run the ball, but I think he's good at passing the ball as well. But we just got to see if some targets are going to step up this year. But, anyways, moving on past that, to me, we're looking pretty good. Now, getting on to the actual matchup, Vanderbilt, it could be a little bit of a trap if we're not careful. Of course, you got to take every team serious. But I think if we go in there, you know, headstrong and determined to get the victory, it's going to happen. But I got to give, but you know something, guys, they may be Vanderbilt, but I tell you what, you know, Franklin, their coach, I got to give that dude some credit. I mean, he's really, you know, not talking SEC champions or nothing, but, you know, he's starting to do, you know, a little something with Vanderbilt. I think over the next, you know, the coming years, I think Vanderbilt's going to rise up a little bit. I think they're going to find a little more success with him, and you know, good to see that they got a coach, you know, just can help them, you know, not just keep going downhill with them. But anyways, and I know Spurs ready for the season. You know, always been a great coach, still is, and always will be to the day he passes. But I think we overpower them as far as offense goes. We got the running game, the passing game. I'm pretty sure our offense ain't going to have no problem with their defense. But you know, Vanderbilt, they're sort of a conundrum. It's hard to figure out when they're going to give it their all and when they're not going to really try, as we've seen last year. I mean, they didn't do nothing against us in Alabama. But then look at what they did with Arkansas and, you know, what was it, Tennessee, and, you know, teams like that. But overall, on both sides of the ball, I think we got them beat. You know, and like I said, if we just do what we got, if we go in there confident, do what we got to do, be quiet about it, get the job done, just walk back out, we're going to roll over Vanderbilt. Not saying that we will, I'm not saying that's for sure, but that's what will happen if we walk into this game with our heads held high, confident, and, you know, just basically pull out the performance that we know that we can. But anyways, just wanted to put that on here right quick. Got to get off here. Doing a lot of overtime at work lately. But my hate week vid will be up probably next week, sometime before the game, or possibly this weekend if I get the time. But yeah, just want to get on here and let you guys know I'm back. TTC, my second year. Now I'm ready. Go Gamecocks. Peace.